complimentary real estate services that might include equity updates or investment analysis. Whether your next transaction is going to be for a personal residence or investment property, we pride ourselves in educating our clients regarding all of their options. I've chosen Melanie Bohm to make certain that all of your real estate needs are taken care of. Melanie is aware of your previous transaction, and she has your file. She has the ability to update you on the current value of any real estate in the area, offer you other options in real estate, or just advise you on current trends, including price and interest rates. Melanie has been chosen to represent you because of her client-pleasing attitude and the amazing testimonial letters that we have received from other clients who have used her services. We hope that you accept Melanie's phone call in the future and that you will avail yourself of the services that she has to offer. If you have any questions regarding real estate, Melanie will do her best to answer them or to find an answer for you quickly. It's our pleasure to play a part in your real estate future. Just because we played a part in your real estate past doesn't mean that we should take your business for granted. Please allow Melanie the opportunity to develop a relationship and help you with your real estate needs. And thank you for being a client of Sanford Systems. Now, we've given you a complimentary client number of 801. Please visit our website under VIP clients. Enter your client number into the coded section and step into the world of free services and opportunity to take advantage of. Well, you guys have been asking, what the heck do you give to your database? Well, now this is an orphan client letter, but what I'm about to show you is things that I would give to my general database, which has made me an awful lot of money for myself and my clients. We talked about databases, and we talked about who goes in them. We talked about how often we should go ahead and contact them, and that generally boils down to 4 handwritten letters with notes a year, email on a consistent basis, letting them know about secret properties you've just listed, and 2 phone calls a year. And that seems to be the magic formula for keeping people in your sphere of influence happy without spending or breaking the banks on them. And some of you guys can add maybe a yearly get-together, like a barbecue or a situation where you buy out a movie theater on Saturday morning inexpensively, invite all your people for a first-run movie on Saturday morning. But we've also given them access to our VIP client club, which let me see if I can find it here. No, I don't have it here. But what I'll do is I'll include it in the email that we send you guys. The VIP client club is simply. Let me make sure it's not in this other one here. No, it's not here. What it is simply a point system, and it's a 3 or 4 page letter, or it's 3 or 4 pages of web content, and basically it just says, hey, look, we want to form a relationship with you. If you ever call us with a lead that turns into a listing or a sale, we'll give you a point, and or 2 points or 3 points, whatever you guys want to do. If we ever have a sale we ever list your home with us and it sells, we'll give you X number of points. If you ever become a buyer and you buy through us, you get X number of points. If you ever refer us to a client in another area where we refer them to a successful real estate agent, you get more points. And what we did, you guys, is we got these points up to 20 points by people working with us, by giving us business, and what they got was 20% off their next commission. Now, I'm always talking about higher commissions and negotiating your commissions and not doing that, but we found that when somebody was a past client or in our database and they were consistently providing more business to us, we wanted a way to say thank you, and this became very popular. And then the VIP Client Club went on to give them about 40 free services, free CMAs, free property tax reassessment forms filled out for you, those sorts of things. And people liked having a client number, and they liked being able to request these services online. and they like belonging to a something that said thank you for being a past client. So I want you guys to think about coming up with some value for your past clients or the people in your database. So they're very effective, and we'll get this email to you right away. I'm sorry it's not up here right now. All right. Let me get back here to you guys and ask you. And while I'm doing this, why don't you guys have any questions at all at this point? How you doing with questions, you guys? I see Cheryl's beautiful face.
Keep bringing you back up full screen.
All right. Are these? Is this stuff really helping you guys?
Yes.
All right. Any questions from the audience?
When you're doing a listing presentation, what do you say to a seller what do you say to a seller in regard to not doing open houses?
Well, you know, I don't want to spend Sundays away from my family and church, and I work hard enough during the week where personally I don't want to do them. Some of you guys might want to do them, so that will certainly guide your response. But in the early days, we were very, very tough on the fact that we were not going to do open houses. And we said, Mrs. Johnson, open houses are not proactive marketing. What we do is we go out and through our search engine strategy, our website, our direct mail, our telemarketing, our database mining, what we do is we actually promote the property to find a buyer. And part of that, Mrs. Johnson, is creating a buzz through our secret property and buyers assistance club. So what we've found is open houses are not proactive, and meaning that all they do is provide a showcase for people, especially your neighbors and underqualified buyers, to see the home. And we found them to be fairly non-effective in achieving your goal of getting you closer to Vero Beach. And so I would try to offer that. But you guys also remember, you need to keep the client happy and you need to win the listing. So is this a question before you got the listing signed or after the listing signed?
Before.
Well, if it's before and it's important to you, what do you do? You're doing open house, man. You're doing an open house. You know, Mrs. Johnson, one of the things that feeds right into my system, Mrs. Johnson, what I'd like to do is go ahead and hold the property off the market for 7 days, at which time I can contact my database and my whole social media group in regards to the fact this being a secret property that the public has not seen yet. This creates a buzz, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to go ahead and announce our first open house for this coming Sunday. Now, obviously, this is going to be our biggest and best open house, so I'd really like to have your home in pristine condition for that. Are you able to do that for me? Fantastic. Then let's go ahead, schedule this. We'll schedule it for this coming Sunday. I'll get to work on creating the buzz through my secret property system. Please sign here. So, if it's prior to a listing presentation, you're going to be doing an open house. If it's after you've signed the transaction and all the seller's doing is beating you up because their price is too high and wanting you to do things that don't work, well, then you're going to have to be tougher on the open house situation and letting them know that you've already done the one open house that should have been our most effective open house, and it wasn't effective, and it wasn't effective because we're priced incorrectly. All right? Did that help a little bit? Okay. All right. Great. Any other questions?